How do we know when someone's ready to be a manager? Well, one of the biggest mistakes that organizations make is considering that subject matter expertise and technical acumen are the only things to be considered when becoming a manager or a leader. We also see organizations that take into account someone's personal accomplishment or success as indicators that they'd be a great leader of others. And these also are sometimes not where we want to look in terms of what makes someone ready to be a leader. So one of the things we have to do first as organizations and as learning leaders is we have to, in each of our organizations, define what we say leadership looks like. Now, this is something that you can derive from your organization's values and how that sort of transfers over into leadership behaviors. But we have to say, what do we expect from leaders in our organization? How will we expect that people will treat others? How will they communicate with others? What is the standard for leadership that we have in our organization? So that's absolutely the first step. Without that, there's sort of this randomness of bringing people into management positions that has no intention and no strategy involved in it. The next thing is, from that profile, we have to know what are the behaviors that we can look for in others, right, that will sort of give us signs that they might be ready for a leadership position. And it's not about who moves the fastest and who just has the best numbers, right? One of the biggest mistakes that I have seen is promoting the highest sales producer to be the sales manager. And often those people are great individual contributors. They're great at actually landing sales and closing deals, but that's not what makes a person a great leader of others. Often your number 2 or 3 person is going to be better as that sales manager than your top producer. When we look for leadership competencies and behaviors, we want to start to think about, how do they listen? Are they people that just constantly talk? Great leaders are not just orators, right? Great leaders actually listen to what people say. Great leaders also take accountability for their actions. So one of the red flags of a person in any organization that shows they're not ready to be a manager is if they're kind of pointing fingers, right? That person's not ready to own and be accountable for their actions. Another thing we can look as a sign of ready for leadership is they're always willing to pitch in. They're always willing to be a team player, to support the entire team, which means they're not out purely for themselves. They actually want the team and the organization to succeed. The other thing you want to look at is the respect that they have from their peers. Well-respected peers have a lot more potential to become well-respected managers. So you want to listen in terms of how that person actually resonates with other people as well. You know, when we set the expectation for what we say leadership is, and we can recognize these positive leadership behaviors, then we can start to really gauge managerial readiness from a place of intention and informed perspective. And that's how we can create great leaders to lead great teams.
Let us know in the comments which part of this video helped you the most, and be sure to grab your free guide that's linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.